In the name of Allah, may peace and salutations be upon the Prophet and upon his family and companions. To proceed, Hadith number 33 on the authority of Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with them both, who said that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, were the people to be given everything that they claimed, men would claim the wealth and the lives of others. But the onus of proof is upon the claimant, and the taking of an oath is upon him who denies. A good hadith reported by Baihaqi and others, and part of it is in the two Sahihs. So we find in this situation, when there is a dispute, there are three types of categories of these disputes. The first is that the individual who's coming forward, they attribute the dispute as to themselves, as them having something. So for example, to say that so-and-so owes me such and such, so they attribute it to themselves, and this is categorized as a kind of ratification or a confirmation. The second is that they connect this thing that's claimed to other than them. So for example, they'll say that so-and-so owes me such and such, and this is what's mentioned in this hadith, and this is a claim, to claim that so-and-so owes you such and such. And the third is that an individual attributes something to other than them. So for example, they'll say Amr owes Zayd such and such, and this is what's called a witness or a shahada. So these are the three categories of owing in this sense, and we see in the hadith that if an individual claims that another individual owes them something, if that other individual accepts it, then well and good, then they give it. But if they refuse, then it's upon the claimant to bring the proof. So for example, if Zayd says to Amr, I ask, you owe me £100, and then Amr says no, then we say to Zayd, you must come with a proof or an evidence. And if he doesn't come with a proof or evidence, we say to Amr, you must swear to Allah and negate that which is claimed against you. And if they are to do that, if they are to swear in this sense, then they are freed of any compulsion or any obligation in this sense. So this is the meaning of the taking of oath is upon him who denies. So we benefit from this hadith that the Islamic legislation, it preserves people's wealth, their properties, etc. We benefit from it that the evidence is of any sort. It can be a witness, it can be an actual physical piece of evidence, but it's basically anything through which the truth is clarified. So it could be anything. We also benefit that whosoever refuses or claims the claimant is false, then they have to take an oath, and this is given weight in al-Islam. And may peace and salutations be upon our Prophet and upon his family and companions to the day of resurrection.